Hello, my name is Ashley Turnbow, and my kids attend White Rock Elementary and Lake Collins Junior High School. Imagine attending a predominantly white school where your child is the only black child in their class year after year, or your child is one of 2 black kids, or if you're lucky, one of 4. Imagine dropping your kids off every day to a school where absolutely none of the teachers look like them. Imagine going to school for 6 to 7 years and only feeling seen the last 1 to 2 years of your time there. Imagine your child meeting her 7th grade culinary arts teacher over Zoom and running to your room screaming, "Mommy, mommy, I have my first black teacher." I don't have to imagine this because this is my reality. Last year, we got a new principal, Becky Stevens. That's when my daughters and I noticed the change. It started with our first ever Black History Assembly. Finally, there was an event at our school where the little black kids would be up front. My kids finally felt seen and a part of something meaningful at their school. I know that I can thank the DEI department for that. We now have a diversity and inclusion book club at our school that my daughter helps lead. These 2 past years have been pretty good for us. For 5 out of the 7 years at this school, I can't say that it's always been like this. But as a mother, I've chosen to sacrifice my kids being excluded, building meaningful friendships, and having anxiety when attending any school function because you feel like you're crashing the party. Also, my kids can get the best public school education at the coveted WRE. Now, DEI is not going to make WRE any more diverse than it is today. The problem there is the only way you can attend WRE is by purchasing or renting a home in the neighborhood, which is not feasible for many minority families, or choose one of the 2 apartment complexes that zone into the school. One complex, you'll be subject to crime, pests, limited and outdated space for way too much money. The other one is just too expensive, although safe. With that being said, how can our school be more diverse when it's only truly accessible to one demographic? Regarding the book and the libraries, please do not get rid of them. There are kids that are hurting. There are parents that are hurting. Minority families and LGBTQ+ families have been feeling alone, unrepresented, and excluded for way too long. We have been uncomfortable for way too long. We pay mortgage and rent in RISD school district just like you. How long do we have to be uncomfortable so that you and your child can be comfortable? Why is your family level of comfort above everyone else's? Adding these books to your library will not harm your child. However, I do imagine that it will help save many other students. Adding these books to the library does not exclude your child from anything. It includes other students who have been excluded for years. It represents other students who've been underrepresented for years. The time is now for all students to be represented and included, whether that be by hiring black teachers for representation at your predominantly white schools, allowing out-of-district transfers for tenured students who can no longer afford to live in RISD school zones, and by adding diverse books to our library. We are not dealing with politics or social agenda being pushed. This is reality. Real kids and real parents have been uncomfortable for far too long. If these books can save at least one life, I think it's safe to say that it's your turn to make a sacrifice and choose to love, accept, and include all students, even if it requires you to experience feeling uncomfortable.
Ms. Clardy, that